Brothers! We are the Midnight Heat!
Really had to look around the room for that one.
When you think about tag team wrestling, you think about one team, not the Hammer Brothers. You think about the Midnight Heat. Well, before I bring the microphone to my friend here to explain the situation, I want your eyes open and your ears open. I want you to listen very carefully. But first, you guys know that Sledge is a certified forklift operator? He lifts his fork up to his mouth!
Multiple times a day.
Did you know that? Hey, left. In the back. And did you know that the Hammers are into construction and demolition? Sledge has destroyed every toilet he's ever sat on!
And he's gonna destroy you, you tool!
First of all, I know how excited you are all to see the Midnight Heat wrestle tonight. But, I was in the back, lacing up my boots, felt a little strain in my back. The athletic commission is back there, and the athletic commissioner said, I am not able to wrestle tonight. I'm not cleared. I can't do it. You can't wrestle us.
You kidding me?
No, hold on. Let's all be good sports about it. See you guys.
Wait just a minute. First of all, I don't know that I believe Ricky Gibson can actually compete here tonight.
Yeah!
But what I do know is I looked at the Athletic Commission's cleared list in the back, and Eddie Pearl's name was on it.
Yeah.
So if Eddie is ready to wrestle, I know my brother Jack here is ready to wrestle. He had about a dozen energy drinks in the back, and he's all jacked up. So to add a little further incentive to get your cowardly rear end in here, how about this? If the Hammer Brothers win, if Jack beats Eddie, then you have to wrestle us in a tag team match at the next show.
That's right. And we'll tear you apart.
But if Eddie wins, the Hammer Brothers will leave Oblivion and never show our faces here again. So what do you say, Eddie? Do you have the guts to go toe to steel toe with the Hammer Brothers? I'm gonna pound you for a pillar of post, Eddie Pearl, because when you're a hammer, everybody looks like a nail.
Well, fans, it looks like we have a singles match scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit.
Boom! 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 Boom!
In the red corner, he hails from Heat Street, USA. And weighs in at 194 pounds. He is one half of the Midnight Heat. This is Precious Eddie and his opponent from the construction site, weighing in at a solid, steady 225 pounds. He is one half of the Hammer Brothers. Please welcome Jack Hammer.
Boom!
you ready?
Be quiet.
Shut up, you little brat. Who said that? Who was that right there, huh? What do you say?
Don't focus on that little nothing.
Bring them all!
Go!
Bring them all!
The fans, Jordan Castle here on the call for Oblivion Wrestling, and you heard it made official moments ago. Originally scheduled to be tag team competition, made on the fly, impromptu decision. As Eddie Pearl of the Midnight Heat goes head-to-head with Jack Hammer of the Hammer Brothers, and fans, I've seen these two tangle many a time in tag team competition, but never quite like this, and never with the stakes as high as they are. You heard Sledge before the opening bell saying, "We win. Get a tag team a tag team match with you two down the line. If you guys win, we will leave Oblivion Wrestling, not just tonight, not just next time, but forever." So much on the line for Jack Hammer here tonight, not just for himself, but defending the pride and the livelihood of his brother. Backslide here. Only a 2. And as Eddie Pearl rolls to the outside and in classic Precious fashion, flops on the floor, with the supposedly injured Ricky Gibson asking for a timeout. You gotta ask who this match benefits. Both the Midnight Heat and the Hammer Brothers, primarily tag team wrestlers, so not necessarily used to this type of competition, especially on the fly, but might give the edge to the Hammer Brothers. We're seeing here, they're bruisers, they're fighters. Yes, they prefer to do it alongside one another. They're always up for a good scrap, especially against rivals, the Midnight Heat. And the same cannot be said, certainly not of Eddie Pearl, the craziest man in professional wrestling. Sledge on the outside, the great equalizer. How about what the Midnight Heat were saying about Sledge, a certified forklift operator, as in he lifts his fork to his face? I mean, it's really just childish, horrible stuff.
She's not doing anything.
Eddie Pearl asking for Sledge to be ejected from ringside. The official, rightfully so, I might add, pointing out that he was not doing anything. And Pearl opening the door for a distraction with a drop kick. Now raining down those fists, clubbing blows to the back of Jack Hammer. You gotta give the devil their due when you talk about the Midnight Heat. Yes, they got poor attitudes. Yes, they got a propensity for bending and breaking the rules. But they're such a fundamentally sound team. And in order to be a fundamentally sound team, cover here from Pearl, really digging into the shoulders there. In order to be a fundamentally sound team, you have to be a fundamentally sound singles wrestler. Eddie Pearl and Ricky Gibson, for a long time up and down the Pacific Northwest, had very successful and fruitful careers as singles wrestlers. Yes, for the better part of the past decade, they had been ruling the roost here in PNW, but Pearl still has what it takes. Taking a school here, though, with a backbreaker, courtesy of Jack Hammer. The Hammer Brothers, the perpetual working men, never met a hard hat or a drill they didn't like, and again drilling the knee into the spine of Eddie Pearl. He hurt his own knee in the process, did Jack Hammer. Irish whip. Pops him up. Pearl, the greasy, sleazy Eddie Pearl, able to evade only for a moment as Jack Hammer lands the hat trick of backbreakers, but only a 2 count. As I was saying, and the match has proven my point here, fans, I think this impromptu singles action benefits Jack Hammer. We're always one to bum rush into a fight, and sometimes it can be to their disadvantage, right? It can be an Achilles heel of these men. Not so here tonight. Jack Hammer saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it. First with the backbreakers, and now with the body slams. All sorts of fired up is Jack Hammer. Those early morning coffees at the job site. Paying off here for Hammer. Trying to shut up Eddie Pearl and save the Oblivion careers of the Hammer Brothers. And Pearl begging for mercy. Again, only a distraction, only serving to set up for the flapjack. Just like that, the tide has turned. Talk a lot about how Eddie Pearl is nuts, and indeed he is. The conversation with this man, he's lucky he doesn't get disqualified here in the corner. You have a conversation with this man for any longer than 5 minutes, and no doubt you'll agree, but Pearl in many ways a very crafty professional wrestler. There is a control to the chaos. There is a method to the madness as he rakes the eyes of Jack Hammer.
They said this was a family-friendly show, Eddie.
Eddie now looking to smother Jack in the corner. Taking him down to the center of the ring. And this is what we always talk about with the Midnight Heat. No flash, no sizzle, just the strongest of fundamentals. A headlock, such a rudimentary professional wrestling move. How many times do you see this on any given card? How many times do you see this in any given match? Eddie Pearl has perfected it. The grip on the throat, slight handful of hair here. Still the fighting spirit of Jack Hammer brings him up to his feet and stunning Eddie Pearl. Escaping the hold, but how much damage has been done here, fans? You can see Sledge and Gibson on the outside. The supposedly injured Gibson on the outside, looking fine to me. Gotta know, even though Gibson isn't medically cleared to compete, he will still do whatever he can, wherever he can. Clever here from Pearl to get involved in this matchup, especially if it means cover once again, eliminating the Hammer Brothers from Oblivion Wrestling. Pearl back to the cover here. Again, Pearl, a smart wrestler, knows that on the second or third or fourth cover, he's not necessarily going to beat Jack Hammer, but he's trying to get in his head saying, I think I can beat you. And moreover, he's trying to tire the man out. Jack Hammers, the Hammer Brothers, excuse me, come out swinging all the energy in the world, feeding off the Oblivion Wrestling faithful. And it behooved him in the early going, but at a certain point, Jack Hammer is a man, and that gas tank is going to run low. Pearl knows this. The repeated covers, the repeated kickouts he's forcing from Jack Hammer are strategic, and so is this. Right back to that headlock, siphoning the airflow for Hammer. The Oblivion Wrestling faithful willing Hammer back up to his feet, but this time Pearl saw it coming. Handful of hair. Wiping it off on his singlet. It's not going to help. You're greasier than the man's mop.
Your bangs look bad.
That can't be fair.
Your bangs aren't bad. I like your bangs. Whoever said that. This woman has bad bangs. No, she doesn't. Her bangs are fantastic.
I'm not sure if Eddie Pearl can necessarily afford to waste time jaw-jacking with the audience. Back to old reliable, that backbreaker. Kick out from Hammer. Eddie Pearl ripping off the tank top of Jack Hammer. Further disrespect, again, the backbreaker, taking a page out of Jack Hammer's book, using his own moves against him. He's trying to get in the head, and in this case, the chest of Jack Hammer. As we said, these two no strangers to one another, have fought up and down the Pacific Northwest, trading victories, trading championship gold. As Pearl lands the Bulldog into the cover. In many ways, the Midnight Heat feel like the Hammer Brothers are the fly they can't shake, right? The boil on the pot. And for them to eliminate the Hammer Brothers from one of the premier organizations here in this territory,
Snack, fat boy!
well, that would be a great vindicator for the Midnight Heat. Pearl now wasting time with the audience as he deposits Jack Hammer on the top rope. Very, very dangerous place to be, especially at this juncture of the matchup. Now Pearl scaling the top to join him. Precarious position for both of these men here, fans. Look at a muscle Hammer up for the superplex here, but this is not advisable. As we heard during the official ring introductions, a decided weight disparity, and Jack Hammer uses it to his advantage, planting Pearl face first. And now a Polish Hammer from the top. Just like that, the tide of this one is turned. Just like that, the Hammer Brothers may indeed have a fighting chance of staying here at Oblivion Wrestling and securing a future tag team match with the Midnight Heat. Planting Pearl face first on that top rope. Again, talking about turnabout fair play, and now folding him inside out with a clothesline. At this point, fans, the question then becomes, what is the killing blow? What is the game-ending maneuver for either of these men? For the Midnight Heat, with the hot seat for the Hammer Brothers, it would be the Diesel Hammer pile driver, but perhaps for Jack Hammer, it is the Jack Hammer. Still only a 2. To my point, these are tag team wrestlers. I'm not saying anything against them. It's not to take anything away from either of these men, but all the tricks in their playbook are tag team maneuvers, which effectively will get them disqualified here. Jack Hammer, though, trying to keep this onslaught going. You see he's tuckered out, you see he's tired, but the wills him on. Nobody home off the cannonball, colliding with the corner turnbuckle. And Pearl looking to take advantage of the miscalculation here. Brainbuster! Spiking Jack Hammer on his neck, and the Hammer Brothers may be gone. No! Look at the look on the face of Pearl. He thought that was it. But the people didn't. The Oblivion Wrestling faithful still, oh, give me a break here. Hold on, small package! Jack's done it! Jack's done it! With that, the Hammer Brothers have saved their Oblivion Wrestling careers and secured themselves a date with Destiny against the Midnight Heat. Ricky and Eddie indeed looking like a nail here tonight.